After all this tough talk on immigration, Trump expedited asylum claims for a group of white South Africans because he says they are experiencing a white genocide, even though only 0.2% of the murders are farmers. White genocide? That's not even close enough to be a white lie. Some are calling this racist, but I disagree. Because now all we have to do to get them to care about Gazans is to say they're experiencing a white genocide, and he'll start accepting them by the truckload. Wah, wah, wah! This crybaby's the fakest news, and that's why I'm here to tell you the real news. Welcome back to Real America Patriot Truth News that is totally real. I'm Jacob, the patriotic renegade. Don't forget to stop by our American Patriot Truth Man store and pick up a pack of RFK water. Water sourced from that sewage-contaminated water RFK swam in. It'll boost your immune system better than any supplement on the market because it'll train your body to fight all sorts of diseases. It'll make your body a strong husk. I'm not making this up, folks. Now, everyone knows that I love the president. He's tough on crime, foreign trade, and tough on those hard-to-remove stains. Damn it! My TV was stuck on the cleaning channel because I couldn't find the remote, and now Mr. Clean is infecting the way I talk. Anyway, the thing Trump is toughest on, though, is the border and immigration.
So Congress must end catch and release so that illegal border crossers can be quickly and safely returned to their home. Get out. Sorry, get out. Sorry, can't handle it. What can you do? We can't handle it anymore. Our country is full. Can't come in. I'm sorry.
And also not entire populations of failed nations. We can't import an entire country of people.
Yeah, we can't afford to absorb entire populations, unless it's Greenland, Panama, or Canada. Immigrants have to come in the right way, not through some executive action like Obama did in 2014. These guys get it.
This amnesty is unfair to millions of legal immigrants who followed the rules, who waited years in line, and yet see those who came illegally being rewarded nonetheless.
I have no idea how this unilateral action by the president will be interpreted, granting legal status, presumably to millions of people by a swipe of his pen. Will that be viewed as a green light for people who want to come here from all around the world?
One of the largest extra-constitutional power grabs ever by a chief executive. He declared unilaterally that almost 5 million undocumented aliens will receive deferred action.
If Congress doesn't act, then, and do what the president tells them to do, then he has the right to act like a dictator.
It violates the United States Constitution. There is nothing in our immigration laws that would give the President of the United States to take the law into his own hands.
Middle-aged Emmett from the Lego Movie is right. You can't just write an executive order to bypass Congress and grant legal status for illegals. Executive orders are supposed to be abused for deporting people without due process, which is totally legal, by the way, and I dare you to show me any evidence of where it says illegals get due process in the Fifth Amendment. Give me a break. Despite that, the Trump administration has been laser-focused on the real issue at hand: asylum.
The asylum program is a scam.
Laws that encourage people to get into the country, claim asylum, and then kind of disappear into the country and never show up for their asylum hearings.
The fact that the asylum claim is being abused. Illegal immigrants are circumventing the legal immigration process.
Some of the roughest people you've ever seen. People that look like they should be fighting for the UFC. They read a little page given by lawyers that are all over the place. Lawyers. They tell them what to say. You look at this guy, you say, wow, that's a tough cookie. I am very fearful for my life. I am very worried that I will be accosted if I am sent back home.
Yes, if anyone knows fear, it's the people who keep talking about how terrified they are of asylum seekers. I mean, Trump could be attacked by a gang member. That's something these asylum seekers fleeing violence could never understand. The asylum process is being abused, even though according to the lamestream media, only 20 to 30% of asylum claims are granted. That number seems almost suspiciously high. And when a number's suspicious, that usually means it's wrong. When I was suspicious of the $21 they charged me for an unrefrigerated airport Dasani, I only paid $3 and ran. Take that, Hudson News! Anyway, no more asylum seekers. Writing an executive order against that would be tantamount to treason. Our country is full. Case closed.
President Trump announced that he was making an exception, and not only that, he would expedite the processing of refugee claims by one group of people from Africa.
What? But I thought refugees were faking it, unlike my very real girlfriends. They're just trying to get that sweet government cheese and live off our tax dollars. It's possible, no, in fact, it's likely that Trump's social media feed has been hijacked by the Uniparty. Perhaps maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. Maybe the president has a good reason for taking on refugees and flying them in using taxpayer dollars.
The Trump administration welcomed a group of 59 white South Africans as refugees.
Oh, when they said Africans, that got me a little nervous. But there's something about these South Africans that just makes me feel safer. You know, the way the sun reflects off their skin just makes me feel like I can trust them. So to recap, these refugees good, and these refugees bad. What's so hard to understand? It's pretty simple. Libs might say it's a double standard, but they're just jealous that Trump has more standards than them. It's like the definitely not illegal funds for his crypto coin. As soon as he got more contributions than Democrats, they got jealous and had to have a hissy fit. They're just jealous that the United States gets to have a gaudy luxury airplane. Anyway, back to the refugees. How are these white South Africans considered refugees?
President Trump claims the U.S. had to take in the group because white farmers are being killed in South Africa in what the president calls a genocide.
Whew, that sounds pretty scary. So it must be true, because when I think of genocide in our world today, I immediately think white South Africans. They wish they had it as good as Gazans right now. I mean, imagine if someone was taking away a part of their land with compensation. Can you imagine that? No, seriously, can you imagine that? Because that would be way better than what's going on right now. Last week, Trump hosted the president of South Africa to patriotically white-splain what's going on in his country.
These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers. Each one of those white things you see is a cross. And there's approximately 1,000 of them.
And just to prove it to you, wokies, I'm going to show it to you on Google Street View just to rub it in. What? But the crosses aren't there anymore. Either these crosses were temporarily part of a protest route, or more likely Google has used digital witchcraft to remove grave sites. You know what? I'm not going to promote my products on Google anymore in a few years when I feel like it. But the president explained that there were thousands of very real white farmer deaths.
These are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. 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 Horrible death.
Death, death, death. He sounds like the Grim Reaper's burnout accountant. Now, the crying libs might tell you that there is not a genocide against white farmers, and that just 36 of 2,000 murders were agricultural, and most of those 36 were black. Dems are just too scared of immigrants and demonize all South Africans just because their country has a high murder rate. It's always the liberals that turn out to be the racists. But Trump is the hero for expediting the process for refugees fleeing violence, because we're stronger than any other cowardly communist country by taking on these refugees. Wussy freedom-hating countries who are too scared of immigrants. We are the inheritors of a nation of men who just wanted to be the arbiters of their own destiny. This is a place where you can choose to argue online for 8 straight hours on a subreddit about how anime dubs are better than subs while watching Dragon Ball Z for the 5th time on full blast. Every refugee isn't a criminal and should have a chance to make our country stronger. Did you even know? I just found this out. The Statue of Liberty says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses." Isn't that the most patriotic thing you've ever heard? And even if a few of them turn out to be anti-Semitic, Taking on refugees is just like how your body takes on RFK water. It makes your body stronger by exposure. Now take advantage of this limited time offer before the Food and Deep State Administration shuts us down again.